Hey guys, this is Dan, aka Saxman112, and today I'm here to do a review of my beautiful, brand new 2016 Toyota Camry XLE. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with the exterior here, as you can see, the color of it is a nice gray color that Toyota likes to call pre-dawn gray mica. So starting off on the front here, as you can see, you have a standard halogen projector beam headlights, and then since this is XLE, it also has LED daytime running lights, turn signals right above that, and the other one. Now, one thing I wish that they did have here in the mirrors, where the turn signals on the mirrors, but hey, it's whatever. Then here's the other side of the vehicle. Don't know what there. And then here is the back side of it. As you can see, it has these nice wraparound taillights, and others, including myself, have noticed that they look basically like the Lexus ES, I believe it is. So I think that's pretty cool. Then down here you have your badging for Camry, and then your trim, mine being the XLE, as I said before. So let's hop on in and let's hop on inside and check out the vehicle on the inside. But first, before I do that, this being XLE, it comes standard with Toyota's smart key access system, so you can lock and unlock your vehicle without having to take the key out of the pocket. So to lock the vehicle, all you need to do is touch this red portion of the door. One beep indicates locking, and then to unlock it, all you need to do is grab the door handle and open. Simple as that. And then coming on inside to the interior here, as you can see, since this is the XLE, we've got leather seats, and these being black leather seats to be exact. So that is pretty nice. So how about we turn it on? As you can see up here, not sure. Oh, actually, my camera's doing something weird. Hold on. It's probably some weird lens flare thing. But yeah, as you can see, or as you just saw, hold on, let me get it to do it again. As you can see in the instrument panel, it says engine start, press brake pedal, and push engine switch. Because this has the smart key, all you need to do is keep the key in your pocket. And if you want to have accessory mode, then you just press once. If you want to have power on but not the ignition on, press the button again.
It's 97, brought to you
and
by
there you go.
They freshly brew Fuse's tea every day for delicious.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that lens flare that's happening. I think it's because of the sun coming in. Hold on, let's see if that closing the sunroof really doesn't help. Oh well. Or sunroof cover. Ignore. And so as you can see here in the center console, we have a little TFT information display. As you can see, because the car's not on right now, it says check charging system and power on. So you can just get out of that. And as you can see on this display here, don't mind the flickering, that's just a trick of the camera. As you can see here, we have the speed readout and miles to empty on one of the things in the main display. And if you scroll down one, we have the average fuel economy and current fuel economy. And then below that, we have trip distance and trip to last time. The nice thing about this system is that with every trip that you go on, it calculates the individual mileage and time that you're driving for each trip, and it'll show you your stats after you turn off the car each time, which is pretty cool. And then next on this page, we have the tire pressure for each tire. And then the last page is nothing. The next thing we have here on the info display is navigation. Well, it just has a compass, actually. Stop it. Then next after that, we have the audio screen, which displays the current audio source you're on, this case being radio. And then warnings. Again, I'm so sorry about the lens flare, guys. And then vehicle settings. And then to the left of the info display, we have our tachometer and oil temperature. And then to the right of that, the speedometer and fuel gauge. Actually, so that doesn't keep saying that, how about I turn the car on for you guys? So again, as I said before, to turn the ignition on, since it is push button start, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Simple as that. I just wanted to turn it on so it stops showing that warning. And then continuing on along the steering column here, we have our turn signal stalk and lighting control here to the left. And then to the right of that, we have the wiper controls. Then here on the steering wheel, we have controls for our volume over here, controls for presets or next or previous track if you're listening to a Bluetooth device, USB, iPod, CD, whatever kind of device. And then down here we have the mode button, which will change the source of audio, and if you press and hold it, as you can see, it's for muting. And that's the return button, so I think that'll just... Oh, actually, I don't know what that would do off hand right now. Then in the center here, obviously hit the airbag and horn. Yeah, you get the idea. And then on the right side here, again, this is what controls the driver information center in the center stack. Then to the right of that, you have call answer and call hang up buttons for your Bluetooth. And if you press and hold this, oh shoot, I just realized doing that stopped the recording, duh. But as you saw, that activated something called Siri Eyes Free, so it allows you to access Siri from your phone without having to press a button. So sorry about the abrupt cut there, whoops. And then below that we have our voice commands.
What would you like to do?
And I'll show that in a little more detail in a little bit. Then below here, on this lower part of the steering wheel, in typical Toyota fashion, is our cruise control. And in my particular option package I got, it only has the standard cruise control and not the dynamic radar cruise control. So I don't care too much, but hey, cruise control, it works. Then to the left side of the steering wheel here, we have buttons for the blind spot monitoring system, which has a little indicator on each mirror for when a car gets into your blind spot, so you know not to merge over to the next lane. Then next to that we have our traction control on-off button, and then the other two buttons are blank here because those would be for options like rear cross traffic alert, and I'm trying to remember what the other one would be, but that's besides the point. Then an air vent right up there too. Then below that, I have a little storage cubby. Then on the door here we have the power mirrors, power windows, power locks, passenger window locks. Front two windows are auto down and up, so that's pretty nice. But the back ones are just not. Then in the center stack here, we have our 7-inch touchscreen with Entune Premium Audio, which features various apps that connect to your smartphone, like iHeartRadio, Pandora, and others, which I'll at least show you what that screen looks like, and I won't go into too much detail. So as you can see, this is the audio screen. If I press this again, it'll show all your available audio sources, such as AM, FM, Bluetooth audio, auxiliary, and other things like iHeartRadio, Pandora, and Slacker through the Entune app suite. So let's go back to FM for now. So as you can see here on the screen, it shows all your presets here on the left side, and you can have a ton of them. I think you can have up to 36, but then somewhere in settings you actually can change that, so you don't have to have 36 presets set, which I think is absolutely crazy. Then down here, with this being FM and HD radio, you have the option for HD tagging, so next time you have your iPhone or whatever device connected to your computer, it'll show up, that song will show up as an option that, you get the option to purchase that song from whatever music store, have it be iTunes, Google Play, whatever. Then you have other controls like for station lists, so it'll show all the local stations available in your area. Pause down here, and this is a feature I think is so cool. It's something called FM cache. So let's say like you do something like you go on a phone call or do voice commands or whatever. When you do that, this system it has like, I think it's like some sort of storage device, don't know if it's like a hard drive or whatever, built into the system, and it allows for you to, or allows for it to have music pause for a while, so that way when you get off your phone call or voice command or whatever, you don't have to miss out on whatever song or whatever you're listening to. So then you can fast forward and rewind and stuff here, but then if you just press this, it'll go back to the live spot. And as you can see up here, as I just mentioned, or as I may have mentioned before, this vehicle does have HD radio, which I think is pretty sweet. Alright, moving on in the Entune audio system. On our app screen we have navigation, which I'll show you a little bit. So there's the map right there. Then you have the options for entering your destination, zooming in and out, all that good stuff, all down there. And I'll show you how easy it is to enter an address with the voice command system a little later. Then you also have audio, which is basically the same thing as pressing this audio button. Phone, which takes you to your contacts, so I'm honestly not going to do that. Messages, which unfortunately doesn't have full support for the iPhone, so I just didn't bother to set it up. Anyways, if I wanted to send a message or have it read to me anyway, I could just use Siri. We have Eco down here, which shows your current stats like average speed, elapsed time, and your fuel range, and it shows them, and you can view patch records of that too, and reset it if you want to. Then we have setup, traffic, which uses the HD radio signal to determine the current traffic conditions around you. Weather also makes use of the HD radio receiver to do that. Then in the next page we have more things like maintenance, destination search. Then these are where things from the Entune app suite come into play. iHeartRadio, MovieTickets.com, OpenTable, Pandora, Save Destinations, Facebook Places. And then there's also things like Yelp, Sports, Stocks, Fuel Guide, and Slacker. And then the other for the other button here, Home, it takes you to a little home screen where it can show, where you can have like two different things side by side, or actually, let me see. If I go to settings, home screen, you can either have it set up as a 2-panel or 3-panel display. But I just have it on 2-panel, and honestly, I don't use this too much. But if I wanted to, the option for me is there. And like for me, as I have it set right now, I have weather on the left, and then navigation on the right. So that's pretty nice. Then you have your non-touch controls for your volume and tuning and scrolling up here, as well as your seek and track buttons. And then below that, we have the slot where the micro SD card goes in for your navigation maps. Then below that, we have things like the controls for turning on or off the hazards, passenger airbag indicator, and then your dual zone automatic climate control, since this is the XLE. I think this is a feature that's either standard or available on the SE too, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not entirely sure about that, so I'll put something in the description or in an annotation if I'm wrong about that. Anywho, for these controls you have independent adjustment for each side, but as you can see, I have it set to sync right now. So if I turn that off, you have independent temperature controls for each side. So that's pretty nice. But since I'm the only driver in this car, or I'm the only one who really uses this car and don't have passengers in it unless I do Lyft or some other stuff, then I just leave the sync on. Then you have buttons for one-touch automatic right here, and that's going to turn the fan up loud, so I'm just going to keep it off for now. Then below that, button to turn off the system entirely, front defrost, rear defrost and heated mirrors, fan speed, different zones, recirculation, which I just always keep on, then the button for your sync, AC, and then your other temperature adjustment. But again, since oh, that's interesting. So even if you have sync turned on in there, doing that bypasses it and it'll turn it off. Huh, who knew? Then down here in this part of the center console, we have things like a power outlet, auxiliary and USB inputs, and a spot for Qi wireless charging. But I haven't had the chance to take advantage of that yet, since I don't have a Qi enabled charging case for my iPhone. Perhaps I'll get one sometime. Then continuing on along the center stack here, we have our shifter here, which has a leather wrap boot, which is really nice. So as you can see, just works like so. You have manual shiftability right here, and if you opt for the XSE, then you get paddle shifters here on the steering wheel. But since I just have the XLE, I don't get that. And then standard across all Camry models, if you put the vehicle into reverse, you get a backup camera with guidance lines. Sorry, you're not going to be able to see that too well because of the darn sun causing lens flare, but you get the point. So as you can see, you just have like little guidance lines right there, which assists you for when you're backing into a parking spot or just backing out of one. So there you go. Then right next to the shifter, we have cup holders, and then below that we have a little area for storage, and then heated seats here for the XLE. And then here in the center console, we have a decent amount of storage. That's pretty nice. All right, so before we move on to the back seat of the car, how about we have a listen at how the engine sounds? So I'll just open the door. And since I failed to mention this, the particular engine that I got with this what is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, and despite being a 4-cylinder, it still performs very well for that, so I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so now I'm just gonna turn the car off for now, and we're gonna go ahead and check out the back seat. And as mentioned before, well, you missed it now, but every time after you turn the car off, it'll show stats like distance traveled, average MPG, and all that stuff. So then moving on to the back seat here, as you can see, it's that nice same soft supple leather that's in the front seats, so it's quite comfy back here. Then also, so then as you can see, I'm having to seat a comfortable position for me up front, and a rare occasion that I sit back here, I would have plenty of leg room, at least a good few inches. Then in the back of each seat we have seat back pockets, have rear vents in the center console. Then that's only on the, I think that's only on the XLE, but it could be on the SE too, and XSE if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong about that. Then here in the doors, of course, have your locks, power windows, standard stuff. And then also, since I failed to mention this, for up front, on each part of the door, we have nice padded material. And with this being the XLE, it's nice leather material, so that's pretty nice. And also, since I failed to mention it, also up front here on the dashboard, we have that same nice leather material up there, and then also these wood grain accents right here, and then by the steering wheel, which, since I forgot to mention that before. Then up here in the passenger seat, we have the glove box right here, and it is damped, so that makes things pretty nice. Ooh, I'm just gonna hide that. That's my insurance info. Don't want you to see that. So then here in the glove box, we have a decent amount of space, but as you can see, obviously I have a ton of stuff in here, like the manuals and all that other fun stuff. But other than that, decent amount of space. And before I forget, one other last thing I'm going to show you is the cargo space in the car. So, you can open up the trunk right here. So, as you can see, despite some of the stuff I have back here, it's a decent amount of cargo space you have. And to pull the seats down, how you do it in this particular car is you pull that. Then you come over here, and the seats fold down like so. And it opens up the cargo area very nicely with nice 60-40 splits. And you also have this material on the back of the seats, so you obviously protect the material on the seats, so that's nice. Oh, and then also, the trunk can also be opened via this button on the remote. Like so. Alright, so there you have it. There's my quick little review on this new 2016 Toyota Camry XLE. Hope you guys enjoyed it.